Hello and welcome to the first official podcast here with me. I'm your host, Mr. Potato. You can also call me Alex. That is my legal name. And today we're going to be starting off this is more of like a pre-recording just to test the audio levels, check the editing, and overall see what else I can do to make this podcast just a little bit better. Now, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to make this potato podcast is actually more about spreading awareness than it is anything else. Myself, I've been through a decent amount of stuff, and I kind of just wanted to tell and share and hopefully voice my opinion about it. And basically, maybe some people relate to it, maybe people doesn't. I'm also going to be bringing up a lot of sensitive topics from myself. We're also bringing in guests. We haven't declared who to bring for guests yet, but if you want to be a part of the random pick of the podcast guest, you can join the Patreon, which is patreon.com/MrPotato1956, and you can subscribe to get a chance at winning entry to one of the podcast episodes. Now, the episodes are recorded, edited, and then published. So the recording of the podcasts are at a specific time and date. Sometimes it can be pushed, sometimes it can be happening a lot sooner than it was planned. So if you win the entry, you're going to have to DM me and tell me what date and what time would be the best for you, and also the time zone. But yeah, this is more of a pre-test just to see how things are going. And hopefully I can get some feedback on this video. This will be the public video, but if you want access to the actual podcast season, in 2023, when I start releasing the podcast, it'll be exclusive to Patreon only. However, it'll be published publicly on YouTube in 2025 or 2024. I don't know which year yet, but that is the plan. You can also join Patreon to help support me in my current financial struggle, which is completely optional, but extremely appreciated. It is completely up to you. Do not need to do it. And if you do, I'll probably cry. First and foremost, I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit about myself before we got into the Potato Podcast Season 1. As you know, my name is Alex. I am 20 years old. This October 31st, I'll be 20 years old. I was born in the capital of Norway, and I've moved down to a smaller city a little bit further down. I was born in 2002, in case you couldn't do the math. I don't know, I think I had a rather normal birth. I know my umbilical cord was wrapped around my throat and I was choking and they rushed me out for air, but other than that, it was a pretty normal-ish birth. I didn't really have a father figure the first 5-6 years. My real father, or my biological father would be more the appropriate term, he was not there at all. He was too high on drugs or alcohol, or he was out partying. He just did not take responsibility for that. But I think around 2006, 2005, my mom met someone who's currently my adopted father, my father that adopted me, and he is the best there is. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, to be quite honest about it, but I think that's just how family is, really. It's a whole bunch of downs and a whole bunch of ups. But yeah, no, like we've had some challenging years, but I think that's just with me growing up and rebelling, I guess. A little bit of everything. I like in kindergarten, I don't remember a lot from kindergarten, like preschool. I remember that I was the kind of kid that would help clean up the plates after we finished eating. I would say, "May I please be excused from the dinner?" And I'd also be very positive and nice to everybody. I was kind of like the Alice in Wonderland. I don't even know what that is, to be honest, but I'm assuming it's someone that's completely oblivious to the world they live in. Could be completely wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. But yeah, no, I lived a life because I thought that the world was a friend. In 2007, the year I turned 8. No, the year wait, fuck. hold up. I gotta think this now. In 2007, my great-grandfather passed away. I know that. But, I was born in 2002, 2003, 2004. So the summer of 2008, there you go. The summer of 2008, I got into a very nasty car accident. I was on a bicycle and I got hit by a car. I was 7 years old, turning 8 at that time. Oh my god, it's 2010. I'm an idiot. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, 2010. That's literally it. 2010. Essentially, I lost my hearing on the left side, and I've got ear ringing to this day. I still struggle with that. And that's about it. There is more, but we'll get onto that at a later point. I should have died, because it was a really nasty car accident, and I didn't wear a helmet, which, if there's any young people listening to this, wear your goddamn helmet when you're bicycling. You know, I'll be like, oh, but that never happens to me, or that's never going to happen to me, but trust me, life has a funny way of kicking you in the ass when you least expect it. So, please, use safety precautions. That also comes really rewarding. If I wore a helmet, I probably wouldn't be struggling with my hearing impairment as I am today. Probably because you never know the outcome of a potential choice, option, thing, whatever, alternative. You never know the outcome of an alternative choice. Then again, I didn't deliberately lose my helmet. I was at like a street kitchen where my grandma used to work at. We had some free ice cream, me and my friend. I left to go to his mom's place where I used to sleep over every once in a while during the summer breaks. And then they're like, where's your helmet? And then I realized I forgot my helmet at the street kitchen. And so I was rushing back to get it there because, yeah, safety. And that's how I got into the car accident. I don't remember much, really. I remember because my friend, Chris, he was behind me when I was hit by the car, so he saw the whole thing. So I assume it's a lot more traumatic for him than it was for me. After that, in 2012, my baby sister was born. I was 10 years old, or I was 9 turning 10. So I'm 10 years older than my little sister. And get this, in 2018, September 9th, September 9th, 2018, I got a baby brother. And him, I am 16 years older than. So, yay, don't think I've had an average childhood. But I'll talk a lot more about that, I think, in the future episodes within the Potato Podcast in Season 1. I feel like this is a great start to test not only the audio levels, but also to test how my editing skills are going to be and how this will affect product at the end. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. It does mean a lot to me that you're just listening in and, having it in the background, or just deadass looking at a black screen while you listen to me talk and rant. I sincerely hope you're doing something in the background, at least, because I would assume this is pretty boring to listen to without doing something. At least I couldn't be able to do that. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And yes, if you want access to the Potato Podcast as it releases and get a chance at participating in some of those podcasts, head down to my Patreon or join my Discord and see if you've got something to continue. The titles, chapters, and release dates for all Potato Podcasts will be released to the public. But by being a Patreon, you will also have access to the script, to the pointers, and to the potential guests that have been selected. So this will be fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. I've been Alex, or Mr. Potato, and have a lovely day.